You want to unmute? Hi, Roberta.
Oh, hello.
How's it going?
Good.
Good, good, good. Well, thanks for coming. I know you came yesterday at this exact same time, but
I know.
it's
I
all right. It's all right. So you did yeah, that was really amazing. And let me just make sure what's going on with this. They keep changing the AI. I never know how you're supposed to use it anymore because it's like they keep changing the way things are recording and how everything looks, but I think it's recording now. Oh yeah, yeah,
okay.
there it is. Okay, I just think I shut it off. So, this is kind of twofold, right? This is, uh, I'm interviewing you. I'm just gonna ask you like some questions about why you signed up and all that stuff, and I'm just be honest with you, it really helps me with my I'll call it marketing, like, to let people know what it's like to do a program with me.
Uh-huh.
So part of it. And then the other part, and as you do this, I hope that as you answer the questions, I hope that it helps you sort of solidify in your own mind maybe what some of your wins were or what progress you made. And then after we're done with that, we could do anything we want for the rest of the half hour, 45 minutes or whatever. And okay, sound good?
Sure.
Yeah, sure, sure. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna officially start.
Okay.
So, hey there, and thanks so much, Roberta, for taking a couple of minutes. We just finished, like just today, we finished the Q1 wintering Sacred Spiral program, and you are in one of the first cohort ever of this particular thing. So I am so grateful and I loved it. But let me ask you a couple of questions. One is, what had you decide to say yes to this? Because you had done other stuff with me before. So I
Mhm.
wonder what about this program or promise was something that really like made you say yes.
Um, well, something about the belonging to a group that
Mm.
was had a growth aspect and had a coach, great coach that would lead you through it and you
Yeah.
know, being of growth mindset.
Growth
The-
mindset. Yeah, absolutely. And you knew me essentially, right?
Yeah.
From before. Yeah, beautiful. Great. Thank you. And so if you sit back and say, all right, probably I took away a lot, but if I were to pick maybe my top three things, um, like most valuable takeaways, I'll call them for you personally, what do you think they might be?
You got to dive in head first, right? So that would be one takeaway. So,
Okay.
um, yeah, the synergy and the sharing was helpful.
Mm-hmm.
In sharing the wins and giving ourselves permission to share, to share the wins or to acknowledge them, to celebrate them, the
Yeah.
win. Is that,
Yeah. Diving in head first,
yeah.
celebrating your wins.
Hmm.
Hmm. Maybe anything else?
Um, I don't overthink it. I don't know. Don't overthink it. Oh.
Don't overthink it. Sure. Sure. Thanks. So those three things. So we dive in head first, celebrate your wins and don't overthink it. Which one of those maybe impacted you the greatest in your life?
Oh, I think, well, diving in, I guess. I mean, celebrating your win,
Mm.
celebrating wins is an important reminder to
Yeah,
acknowledge and to celebrate them.
yeah, yeah. So would you say the wins are the most things that would positively impact your life right now?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely. Even if we think something is small, it's not never too small or never too big.
beautiful. Thanks. What what one comes to mind that you'd like to outline? A thing that you thought was small, but actually is pretty big.
Um, well, the exercise that we did, I'm not,
The North Star exercise, maybe?
yes, the North Star
Okay, yeah.
exercise, the North Star exercise, yeah.
Okay. And what about that was significant for you? Like, do you have any kind of relevant detail that you might be able to articulate?
Um, you know, I don't have it in front of me, and if I had my notes in front of me,
Yeah.
I, yeah, I don't know that I can at the moment, just,
Okay. Okay. Sure. Diving straight in was one. So how did you dive straight in and how did it make a difference for you?
I think just all the pieces have went on the North Star, just filling in all the pieces and seeing how they fit in around it. All
Yeah.
the
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to draw something out here. So for anyone who may be listening, the North Star is essentially one's purpose. And you had done discern, which was we went through the Ikigai process, which is all about purpose. Um, did you, what was the difference in your memory of that versus this, and why was this different?
well, maybe it's a little bit more crystal clear, actually, on the North Star. I mean, certainly the Ikigai or the discern purpose, right, is about your vision, but maybe it's a little bit more clear
Yeah. Hmm.
on the
One thing
North
that's
Star.
interesting is that I think there's sometimes a hesitation for if we've taken something, we've taken a class or gone to a group, it's like we feel like we're kind of done. And so I specifically redid this because I believe that it's really helpful to it's like going to a movie. You may have seen the movie, but the second time you see the movie, you're going to see so much more detail. You're going to see the actors differently. You're coming from it from a different perspective, but yet you know you've already seen the movie, you know? So there's a little bit of a hesitation with folks who've already taken something to take it again. So it was two reasons, right? One reason was because I really wanted to bring in the divine feminine aspect of and more spirituality into my work. That's one reason I did it. And the other reason is just to simply address that fact is that people don't like to do something they think they've already done and they should be kind of mastered, even though mastery requires many iterations,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yep.
And what I loved about the North Star is that it's not its purpose, but it's more than that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Remember how I had you do other things? And how did that help you?
Um, I'm not sure what you're.
Yeah, so we brought other aspects of our lives
Mm-hmm.
into the picture
Mm-hmm.
because we sometimes think about our purpose as our work mission, and we're
Right.
not thinking too much about the rest of our lives and how that supports us. But when we bring in the North Star exercise, it really is all about the different roles we have, the energy, the needs that we have, all these specific things that support our mission,
Right. And they truly do.
or they
Yeah.
don't. And
Well,
then
they don't. That's true. Getting clear about what does and what doesn't.
yeah, yeah, beautiful. Okay, so what do you have now specifically, do be or have now that is significantly better than before you joined the program?
Um, what do I? Yeah. Well, I feel like I let myself be grounded and be more relaxed to get to the next component. You
Mm,
know, such as me doing some writing or some journaling, I
mhm.
feel like is I'm more ground, letting it flow easier.
Yeah.
So,
Beautiful. I remember today we were talking a lot about the the unusual situation where we slow down and give ourselves some time to stop going at the speed of light, and as a result, we actually are going faster,
mhm.
and because we're more deliberate. Is that what you mean, or is there something else?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We all had that. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, for last but not least, for somebody unsure if this is for them or not, what questions do you think they might want to ask themselves to whether it would be a yes or a no? They could make a good decision.
Um, well, just to make sure that they can make the time for it and be committed and
Yeah.
um yeah, and does it light you up? Does it,
Yeah.
program speak to you in some way?
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. And if you make the time for it, what's the payoff?
Well, the results. Hopefully you'll see the results and the cadence and
And your result is you're more grounded. What's your result?
just yeah, more clarity. Like you say, probably going faster when being more grounded, being able to go faster
Okay.
at a different clip. So
Anything else you'd like to add?
um no, it's great to have the synergy of the group and the wisdom of the group. And
Yeah.
you know, I mean the WhatsApp was certainly helpful to use that communication tool.
Yeah, beautiful. And I remember people in this just an hour ago, like they were calling you wise. So I'm pretty sure you added a little bit of it too, to it too. All right. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right. So we're all done with that. Thank you
Okay.
kindly.
Do you want to shut the recording off or you?
I'm pretty sure I did. I just hit the pause button, I think. Do you still see it going?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, geez, here we go. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you
Jeez.
wanted it on for the
I
recording.
did want it on, but I thought I just shut it off. Maybe that's a different thing. Beacon of, oh, you know what? I shut off the transcript. Okay.
So it looks like the transcript is still running because it's
Mm, I
no,
I hit the pause on that. So,
but it's still recording.
all right. Well, honestly, this just changed on me, so I've got to figure out
The content that this meeting is being sent to, so it does say private note taker.
apps that access meeting content. Oh, here we go. Right here. I found it. Okay. Goodness, 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 goodness. Nope, that's not it. Complete your note. Yes, I'm done with that. Um, oh, I know what I can do. I can just take the note taker out. Let's see. Remove. There we go. I'm gonna have to figure out how do I do